So you want to know about my experience? Well, I would say overall it was great. I had applied for this job and I had heard back from the recruiter who was great. They got back to me really quickly and eventually they got me in touch with the hiring manager and after some back and forth and I got a job interview. Everything was great until the day of where I got there about 10 minutes early, but there was nobody there to meet me at the reception desk, which was weird, but it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. It was fine. So I sat down, but I started getting a little nervous about 5 minutes or so later because I didn't want to be tardy to my interview. So I called the recruiter and she ended up coming down and she eventually helped me get to where I needed to go. Yeah, so I get into the interview room and I'm sitting there for 10 minutes with myself, essentially. Eventually, the two managers come in, but that's not the worst part. Get this, the third manager comes in there and stumbles in as if he doesn't already work here every day. Like, what was he doing this entire time?
Guys, sorry I'm late. I totally forgot we had this meeting going on.
Anyways, we continue to go through the interview and they're asking me questions, but they're kind of distracted. One of them was literally on their phone checking their Twitter. And eventually, after I tried to brush that off, I didn't really feel like I could bounce back because they were just kind of glazing past the questions and not giving me a chance to really respond thoroughly. Eventually, it was clear to me that I was not having the best interview experience and I just figured I was not gonna get the job. Honestly, the worst part of all of it was the technical interview. I mean, it shouldn't be a big deal and it usually isn't, but they gave me no direction and they kind of tried to catch me off guard with it. So I get up there and they tell me to solve it in 4 steps, but when I tried to ask them some follow-up questions, they really had nothing to offer. So, I naturally tried to fumble through it, and when I finished, they kind of just looked at me and didn't really have much else to say. So I figured that this whole thing was a wash. Surprise, surprise, guess who got the job? This guy. I know it's crazy and it makes no sense whatsoever, but I'll take it. I need the job, I need the paycheck, and however this thing worked out, I'm okay with it because at least it buys me a couple months to figure out the next thing, right?